Hey guys, I'm getting a lot of requests for updates on the kits at the moment from the people that have got them pre-booked. They're sleeping at the moment, so I thought I'd do a quick video anyway, and just to show you how they're going. This is the oldest litter, which is from Panda. I call her Panda. I'll get her out in a minute and I'll show you how she's going. Their eyes are open, but when as you can see, and they're all getting well handled. From this age I already start to handle them so that they don't bite and they get used to human contact, and that they begin to recognise a human's touch as something that's friendly. So when I feed them, I always I use a special call that I do so they know that it's me, and they can all they're starting to hear now. They are a little bit nippy at this stage, although within a week from now all of these young ferrets will be used to being handled. Like every time I put the food in, I'll pick each one up individually, I handle it, and then I'll put it over to the food, so they begin to associate me with feeding time, which makes them a little bit more friendly towards humans. But yeah, they're coming along beautiful. As you can see, there isn't any runts amongst them, and they're all in prime condition. Another thing I'm being asked is what's the difference between a black-eyed white and a silver. Basically a black-eyed white and a silver ferret are the same. The difference being the guard hairs, which normally run along the back and the tail. And if you have a look at this one, I don't know if you can see it, not too good, but you can see black along the tail here. And later most of these will develop black guard hairs all the way down the back and down the tail. They come in varying degrees, and that's the difference. A black-eyed white, a true black-eyed white, doesn't have black guard hairs. They call them guard hairs, but most of these will. Most of these are what I classify as silvers. But as they get older, they lose their guard hairs and they become more black-eyed whitish. That's the true difference between this one's got a lot of black guard hairs on it as well. There's one here that's been taken by a girl and picked out a beauty too. But as you can see, there's no runts amongst them. They're all pretty much the same size, and as you can see, they're not ferocious or vicious even now at this stage. And they've been getting handled for a little while now. They think that I'm going to feed them, but they got fed this morning, so they're not hungry. I'll show you the mother of those ones. Just hope that's coming out in the camera. I think it is. So as you can see, even now they're tired. It's a bit warm today, and I've got the air conditioning going. See up here, I've got a spray that sprays into the cage, cools it all down. I've got one in every cage. I don't know if you can see the mist or not. One up here. Anyway, I'll show you the mother of these ones. It's Panda. I call her Panda. As you can see, none of them bite. There you go. There you go. Come see your babies. And she had 9, and they're all fine. Such a good mum. Yes, you are. And I call her Panda because of the panda marking on her chest. Good girl. Alright, what's your feet? That's her babies. And Grace, which is in the next cage down, her kits are about a week younger, sorry. She's got 6. She had a couple of darker ones, which is strange because she's an actual silver herself, or a black-eyed white, whatever you want to call them. And they're absolutely gorgeous. And again, you can see there's no runts amongst them. They're all, so if you've pre-booked one of these ferrets, you can be assured that you couldn't really pick a bad one. They're all very similar in size, and there's no standout runts amongst the litter at all, in any of the litters. And I'll show you all of them anyway. This is Grace. See how fat she still is. I haven't had her all that long, but I'm very, very fond of her. She's so friendly. When I got her, she was a little bit less friendly, and she's such a good worker too. But she's turned into a magnificent little ferret. This is the first year I've had her, and she is a beauty. I'll feed you again later, don't worry, you've been fed already this morning. I don't like to leave too much food, because I feed them raw. I don't like to leave too much food that they won't eat it during the day. At night time I'll give them a little bit more, then I'll clean it out in the morning. Just so the flies don't get to it and they don't have issues with maggots in their food. And here's this is Willow, and she's got the youngest litter. I say that she's my best ferret, and I call her Willow because she's got a W on her chest. And as you can see, her babies are about 2.5 weeks, younger than the other ones, and she's got 8. She's got a couple of darker ones in there. There's one dark one. There's another one that's a little bit dark in amongst them too. And she had 8, and as you can see again, there's no runts. There's no runts in her litter either. Runts are just a ferret that's smaller than all the rest of the litter. Noticeably smaller, but I don't have any. Alright, put Willow back. Alright, I'm going to clean Willow's cage as well. Here's Rambo. Hey mate, how you doing? And this one I just called Sis because she's Willow's sister. I've always called her Sis. Or Sissy if you like. And her babies, she only had 3. And they're gorgeous. This black one's already gone. Male. There's a nice silver there. 2 boys and a girl in this litter, and she only had the 3. So she's got a little bit of meat left over from this morning. It's just a bit of mince. And I'll clean that out now. Dogs will eat that. And her little babies are gorgeous too. Absolutely beautiful. So cute when they're little. This one's and again you can see there's no runts amongst them. They're all gone. All of the babies that you've seen are gone, guys. They're all pre-booked. That being said, normally you get people that change their mind and or don't show up. So I usually get a few left over, but I've got names down already for those as well. So that's it, guys. That's an update on the ferret kits. The first litter, which is this litter, should be ready around the 14th. Again, as I said, all of those are pre-booked. Grace's litter will be a week later. Willow's litter will be probably 3 weeks. I'd allow at least 3 weeks after that. And Sissy's litter will go at the same time as Grace's, so about a week after Willow's, maybe a week and a half. She had hers 3 days later. So that's the update, guys. I just got to clean out Willow's cage. The other 2 I've already done. Rambo's is done and Sissy's is done. Making a little bit of noise. It's so cute. He's looking for food. So you can see they're just starting to get around, but within 2 weeks they'll be fully self-sufficient. And I'll judge them anyway, and I'll have a bit of a look and see whether I think they're ready to go. And I won't let them go until they're fully self-sufficient. I know that the people that are getting them aren't going to have any problems with them feeding, etc. So that's it. Watch out, watch your head. Alright guys, enjoy your day, whatever you're doing. Take it easy. Bye bye for now.